Greetings. Welcome to the Elm City Lit Fest. Elm City Lit Fest is a celebration of the literature, literary arts, and literary artists of the African diaspora. I'm Ife Michelle Gardine, founder of Elm City Lit Fest. And tonight we are talking about we are in celebration on the second day of May of mothers, of Black motherhood with our poets. Oh my God. I am so excited to have these two extraordinary, legendary poets, Miss Jessica Care Moore and Abiodun Oyewole, who is originating founder of The Last Poets. Welcome, y'all. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I am so grateful to have y'all tonight as we talk about, like, in the times that we're in that are not different from our historical times.
No, you're not.
Okay.
No.
And talking about our celebration of Black motherhood, because we have to like, when we have children as Black mothers, literally from the moment we get pregnant, we got to worry about our pregnancy because because of the mess of the medical care system and Black women.
Yes, absolutely.
Historically, we have to be concerned about if our children, once we give birth, how long are our children going to live? Because it's a conspiracy against Black people, and we keep coming and coming and coming and coming.
Yes.
Yeah. People want to beat us. They want to be Black until it's time to be Black.
Right.
They want all that we have, yet destroy what we are. And I feel like y'all's poetry, Abiodun, like with The Last Poets for many years, like since you started May 19th. What,
1968?
68.
Yep.
On Malcolm X's birthday.
Right.
And then Jessica, fire sister.
Bless you.
All your shit has been fire. Like,
I love you.
From the time your ass was at like the Apollo, boom. I'm gonna do this, nigga. My language for people that don't like the N word. I can say it.
You grow.
Okay? Y'all can't say it. Everybody ain't got permission. No. Everybody ain't got permission. Okay. But also, Jessica is a woman. The book is called We Want Our Bodies Back. In addition to a whole bunch of other books. Follow her, JessicaCareMore.com. Google her, do what you gotta do. It's social media. Abiodun, if y'all don't know The Last Poets, you need to know. Every poet, every rapper from the beginning has been biting off of, and I express biting off of The Last Poets, okay? Yeah. Everybody done been through there on a Sunday afternoon with them croquettes, right, Jessica?
I can't wait. I'm coming back to New York in June to come get some salmon croquettes. This is my reason for coming.
We're gonna go back with money.
Listen, when we miss it, I miss New York. I miss the poets being together on those Sundays. Those Sundays were everything. When I was just 22 when I moved to New York City, just a baby. I thought I was grown, but I really wasn't. And I might have, hanging out with I met Abiodun and Umar and Babatunde in Detroit. I had opened for y'all that, I don't know how many, it wasn't even that, it was 94, 95, because I moved to New York the summer of 95. But I remember you telling me, you come to New York, you call us. But people tell you that, sister, they say, call me if you come to the city. I'd never been to New York, and but I called. I was on 125th Street, and I called dude, and he answered the phone, and he said, "Where you at?" And I said, "I'm on 125th Street with my cousins," and he was like, well, "I'm at 110 Morningside Drive. Come over." And the reason why I can say his address out loud is because everybody know about 110 Morningside Drive. I mean,
Yes,
it's like
no problem.
it's a public address, you know. It's people, and my mind got blown back by the energy of that his home, right? It's not a space, it's his home. And I really never left. And even when I left, I still kept coming back. And yeah, that's the thing I miss. I mean, I miss things about New York. I don't miss New York City. I do miss the people that are there. I miss I miss the people that made it really, because I came to New York by myself. I was just a young girl, and really anything could have happened to me. But so ancestors were like taking care of me in New York City. All I met were angels. I met a couple dum-dums, but for the most part, I met some angels and some protectors, and I was really well protected when I was there, and I haven't looked back since. So it's been a blessing.
Well, Jessica, a lot of the reason that you met angels is because you had something angelic about yourself. Because you can only get you can only get what you put out.
Come on.
And there are quite a number of folks who would like to have had a positive experience, but they've come to New York City and have killed themselves.
Yeah.
And you came here and you used the city just like you were supposed to. Yeah. This is a place, a testing ground to see to see how sharp your tools are.
Yeah.
And you'll be tested in New York. The Apollo is a major stage. And they mentioned it earlier when she introduced you. But I want people to know you didn't win just one time. You won 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Come on with the poem, like what?
Poetry, people, and you don't dance. You don't tap dance. No, you don't do no break dancing. You don't have no jokes. You got up there, and I saw the effect that your poetry had on my sisters. When you said that one line in your Black Statue of Liberty poem,
I want to see the words, go strong black woman when the good
year blimp flies by. Yeah. Lord have mercy. And I want jump out their seats. All you were saying was, we want to be appreciated.
Yes, right.
And here's
we want to be loved.
And loved. And here's a poem that's identifying that. And that's one of the things that ingratiated you to our people forever. And I'm just proud of you because you've been consistent. I mean, we got so many people that change horses in midstream because they think it's more financially beneficial, whatever. And you've stayed on the horse. And by the way, you're raising a king, and that's beautiful.
I am. I'm raising a king. He's 14, this young man, and he wrote his first book when he was 8. 9 years old. That's King, a piece of a poem. King Thomas More.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, he's 14 now, so
you gotta get your baby on the YA part of the Lit Fest. What?
Yeah, well, he's kind of over. You got to get him to write some more poems. He's really into music now and making beats and plays piano. Wants to be an actor. So I'm letting him have it. The poems. He'll come back to the poetry. He'll come back.
Always there. It's the root. It's the root. It's the root.
Yeah.
So listen. So Jessica, you got up there 5 times in a row.
Yeah. Shout out to the Apollo Theater.
Baby, but with the strong ass poetry and not showing your ass. Like what? What? It's because it's about being real and being and representing us.
Right.
I had my little wrap skirt and carries on, and I don't dress like that anymore, but I just wore what I would normally wear. Like I just put on my regular clothes. I didn't think I was going to win the thing. That's the thing. Like, I really didn't. I went there very humbly. Like, it's the Apollo. Maybe they're not going to boo me. I ain't going to win doing my, I went in just like, I'm going to share my poem with some Black people. I'm from Detroit, so I ain't scared of Black people. So Black audience, the people at Apollo, it's just another audience. It's just another stage with some Black people. I didn't overthink it. I just went in real humbly. Paul Mooney was there when I won, which was pretty amazing. Paul Mooney was there in the back. Ernie Penacoli, our indigenous brother, the photographer, was there. Brandy was there. The Fugees was there. It was a deep moment in time. And I'm really blessed, 25 years later, I'm still here, but I'm here because I built an institution after that. So the Apollo is an institution. in a Black stage. And then I created my own spaces with more Black press. In 1997, publishing my first book, The Words Don't Fit in My Mouth, and then publishing Saul Williams' book, The Seventh Octave, and becoming a small press owner. So building the institute, because that's what was missing. Like, it was a lot in New York. There was a whole bunch of poets that had a whole lot to say, but they wasn't putting their money together to build an institution so that we could keep doing this for 20 more years, right? You know, we're all 20 years old. We think, well, you want to do it when you're 30? You want to do it when you're 40? And people I know that do it, like the last poets who do it in their 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s, they got CDs, they got books, they got T-shirts. They have things that showed that they were here. And so I saw a lack of that with my circle. And so I'm still that person. And I published Danny Simmons' first book of poetry. I published Raz Baraka's first book of poetry, our mayor, the People's Mayor of Newark. And
John Thomas.
I did Etan's first book. I didn't know who Etan was. He was hitting me up to publish his book. And so we did more of a vanity press deal with Etan. But it was still a great experience. And so Etan's first book, and who was Cherie Simmons' first book? I almost forgot about Cherie. I published my first husband's book. And and 4 of my own. And so We Want Our Bodies Back came out during the pandemic, which was a very hard time for a book to come out on Homicide, HarperCollins. But I'm the first Black woman on HarperCollins since Gwendolyn Brooks. So they needed a radical Black voice up in there. And so I'm enjoying the experience and have some things in the works with them now so that I can continue to publish on a bigger level. So I'm excited,
Well, I'm extremely proud of you, baby, because you've been consistent.
Mm-hmm.
You've continued to keep your hands on the plow.
Yeah.
You have not stopped working the land, and with that understanding, there's always going to be a harvest, baby. Always going to be a harvest.
Yeah. But you and I are both talking. Me and Abiodun are both writing screenplays now.
Right.
So we're both screenwriters, so because they need poets. I know I should have been a screenwriter a long time ago. I just never had the time. So during the pandemic, I started writing films.
There you go. This is time to do that.
It's about building legacy.
That's right.
Not enough of us, despite them, because they always gonna come once we build it. Right.
About them.
Okay. But it's about us knowing about us and hearing our stories. And
that's right.
Empowered.
Feeling empowered. And recognizing the positive side of us, because they will highlight the pathos. They'll highlight the negative. But to talk about the good stuff that we've done.
Come on.
Like the screenplay that she's actually talking about is actually, the title is An Undying Love, because I want to show all of the ways that we've loved each other. We wouldn't survive if we didn't show love.
That's right.
It's more than a baby mama, baby daddy situation.
Right.
What?
And there's some self-love stories out here,
Absolutely.
Some of us love who we are, love our culture, love our men, love ourselves.
That's it, key.
Exactly.
Very important.
Exactly.
And that's the mission. And when you talk about the mothers, that's the source of it all. So that's the beginning of the love right there.
Yeah, and motherhood for me is a deep thing. I'm actually working on a memoir about motherhood because my first son, Omari Jazz, is 26 years old. And I got him when he was just a baby through my first husband, Sharif. So I married into a baby. And I was mothering him before I married him.
Right.
And so, I took on that very, very important responsibility of mothering a child that I did not birth. So I always tell women that you don't have to birth children to be a mother.
No, you don't.
That's a Western idea,
Totally.
So we're supposed to help each other take care of our families. And so the brother I met at that time was a single father. Omari didn't have, his mother wasn't able to take care of him. So he had custody. I went him through that whole process and helped him get custody of his son and helped him raise him. And so I'm still in Omari's life. I never won't be. And because that's my first baby. But people, because we get so westernized, forget who we are as African people, as a very spiritual people. And I really had to go through some stuff, like just to simply love my son. And so motherhood for me has been an interesting ride because I had him, Omari, and then I divorced my first husband. And then my second husband, Kenyatta, had 3 children. So I became a stepmom to 3 children. And so I had 4 children that I was a part of their lives before my birth son, King, finally came in 2006. Because I just wanted to have one that nobody could take from me, and
Yeah.
because you can love them all you want, but if they don't, legally have the rights, it can be a problem. So I went through a lot, but I learned, about love and what motherhood was through Omari first. And all he had to do was call me. I remember being in Harlem. We were shopping. He was about 3 years old, and he was like, "Mommy." And I never told him to call me mommy. And I was looking around. I said, yes. And he's like, "Mommy, come here." And that was enough for me. I didn't need like any paperwork for that. The baby needed the mama, and so I just answered back. And that's how I became a mother. It had nothing to do with anything else or anybody else's opinion, not even his father's, for that matter. So,
but Jessica, the point that you made that's so very important is that you don't have to give birth to be a mother. Because
no.
I was raised by a woman for, I don't know what the reasons were, but she couldn't have children, and she was my biological mother's sister, her older sister. But the love that she showed me when I was just a little bitty baby in the crib was so strong. I couldn't see myself being without this woman. And
Mm.
even though my biological mother, was right there, I attached myself to my aunt, who
Wow.
later became mother, and my
Yes.
biological mother became mommy. But
Yeah.
mother was the cushion of my whole existence.
Wow.
She looked she made a world. She actually knew me better than myself. I
Mm.
mean, the reason that I'm doing poetry, I'm sure, is because she set me up. She put my name on a list when I was 10 years old to do the Lord's Prayer at church in front of about 1,000 people,
Right.
and had me go down. And we lived in Queens, New York, and she had me go in the basement of the
Mm.
house and recite the prayer so she
Mm.
could hear me upstairs in the kitchen. I thought the lady was crazy. How in the world, I'm at 10 years old, how can you hear me do a prayer in the basement of a house and you in the kitchen? And I started to yell the prayer, and she started to come down there and hit me in my stomach. She said, "Boy, you crazy. You can't be yelling no prayer. Put that, just say the prayer, put it in your gut and let it come out from your stomach. And it'll come out. You got a big enough mouth." I didn't even know I had a big mouth. She knew I had a big mouth. And I did the prayer on the day of Easter Sunday that year, when the pastor said, "Now we're going to hear from Sister Davis's boy. He's going to recite the Lord's Prayer." And he took the microphone down from next to the podium and put it on the floor for me to get to it. My mother jumped up from the pews and she says, "He don't need no mic." And the rest is history. I've been running my mouth ever since. So she, not only does a mother understand, a mother provides all the comfort we need, all the things we need to grow, but she's also intuitive. She sees how you can be better than what you were, or what you could do that you could work on to improve this. She sees your skills. She sees your gifts.
I think he froze.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm here.
Okay.
You can still see me?
Yes, I can still see you and hear you.
Okay.
Sometimes it's internet issues, but he
Yeah.
got a point. Like,
Yeah,
sister, I've been there with people that I've been with in my lifetime, and I have daughters and sons from another mother.
Of course, yeah. And I have other mothers, that helped raise me as well.
Girl,
My mother's been in my life and still is, of course, my whole life, my biological mother. And then I have my godmother and her best friend Virginia. And then you have the other mothers, and they all do. I have my mama Mariam. They all play a role, in shaping you, because this journey is not easy. It truly does take a village. I mean, King is 14 now. And when he turned 13, I had a rite of passage ceremony for him. And there was no rite of passage ceremony information. I was looking online, like, what do I do? My baby, my black child is turning 13. Where is the rite of passage for him? And I need to write that book because I created one, and I got about 35, 40 brothers from all over the country. The ones that couldn't come, some of them, Jay Ivy, my brother drove in with his wife Tari from Chicago, which surprised me. They sent videos. Michael Che, the comedian, sent a video. Dean Edwards sent a video. My friend, I mean, it was just absolutely amazing. And we put them in, we dressed them in paint and warrior paint. My brothers came over and did play drums and did a drum ritual with them. And I created it. We did affirmations for him, circled him up. And it was just, I don't think he'll realize what was happening to him then. And I really at 14 and a half, I think he might have all forgot about it. So I think we need to do another one at 16 to remind him who he is again. But you need all of that. You really do need, I never, I don't believe even in the concept of being single, being a single parent. I just think it's a false concept. I don't think that anybody is, I'm never single. I'm always have some love in my life. Some man is always in my life. And I always have my family in my life. And there's no singularity. It's a very Western concept. And so I've been raising King, on my own. I left his father when he was 10 months old, but I haven't been raising him on my own. I've been putting Abiodun, Baba Umar, he's got Baba Khalid. I found him uncles. He's got my brothers. Like, you find your family out here. It's way beyond just bloodline, it really is. And so I never just operated in that same way that other mothers, sometimes even single mothers, you take that title and you want all those badges thinking I'm doing, that is too hard. That shit is too hard. I don't even want the trophy for that.
And it's like you said, have taken on that westernized thing of it's a struggle. It's not a struggle. Look around.
Yeah, use resources.
There's a village. You can create a village for yourself. It is because we are traditionally a village people.
Right.
Originally, we're the village people. We take on families. There's always somebody in a community. You don't always have to be a part of a church, but there's some church sister or some neighborhood or something in your circle or somebody that just be looking at you and be like, baby, I got you.
Exactly.
I'll show you the resources. I'll be there. I'll do it. And we have to look at the blessing in that. And you, girl, naming your son King. Oh shit. Off the rip. What? Like Abiodun's oldest son is Pharaoh.
I know. What? I'm familiar with that one.
What?
I know. And he is truly a king. Pharaoh is a king.
And truly. And he got a tribe. And like he's head of his tribe. And he's doing his thing.
Yeah, Pharaoh is a king.
Like,
sure. I love him.
People talk about black names, a black but it's strategic how we name our children.
It's on purpose, right?
And how we want, it's intentional. And it's about how we want them to move forward in this racist ass cracker world of America that we live in.
I'm at the right Lit Festival, I guess.
Okay, sis. I created a Lit Fest in Connecticut that is disconnected. It is a literary festival, a celebration of the African American diaspora only.
Right.
I hear you.
We got to be up in here in this. I'm in New Haven, Connecticut. I grew up with the Panthers. The trials in the middle of my city marching, but also having a breakfast program and protecting my city along with the Muslim brothers and sisters. On now, people be like, "Oh, do black people live in Connecticut?" Hell yeah, we live in here. We up in here, and we have a history here. We got escaped slave houses all over Connecticut in places now that don't know black people live in, but they historical. So, and I'm sure there's some shit in Detroit.
Oh God, yes.
I mean,
in Michigan, you know what I'm saying? Because people was escaping to the north. Come on now.
Yeah, we're underground. We're underground railroad stop.
What?
Yeah.
But as we are moving forward, I would love to hear some poetry from both of you because you are poets and we could be talking. But I would love to hear pieces from both of y'all.
All right. Well, let me.
You know?
I mean, I know Jessica's ready, but I did write this today because I wanted something new.
Nice.
I wanted to just kind of search. It's fun when you're a poet and you get a theme because it's a theme you may have dealt with once before. But if you jump on that theme again, you discover that there are other things to say that you didn't say the first time.
Yes.
The mother theme is not new. You know, like matter of fact, Alan Kane had a poem entitled "It's Been Done Already," and so everything that we say has already been done.
Ashe.
We can find a way to say it, maybe in another way to entertain your mind and your imagination. So this is it's called Mother of Mothers. We come from the mother of all mothers. She has shared her gifts with the world. That's why we say sisters and brothers. United we are, that rare black pearl. We call her Mother Nature. She's as natural as she can be. From the tropics to the glaciers, she only wants us to live in harmony. She provides vegetables and fruits for us to keep our bodies strong. Also, medicinal roots when things inside go wrong. Still, she suffers from man's inhumanity to man. Taking the life of others is not her master plan. Mother carries the burden from the day we were born till the day we die. She gives all she has to give. On her, you can rely. Mother is our first teacher to let us know what's right and wrong. She is the warmth and comfort that helps us feel like we belong. She is the backbone of all nations, no matter what color or creed. Without mother's respect, nothing can ever succeed.
Yes. That's beautiful, dude. You wrote that today.
Today,
Yo, show off your show off.
but,
That's
but, but,
awesome.
you, but you know how it is, Jessica, you know how that goes. You know,
Phew.
something that we write today, it's been logging in our heads for a long time.
You've been
We
writing
just
it.
we just put
Yeah.
it down on paper.
I'm
You know,
always writing.
he pays the same way. We write while we're sleeping, and
And
we just don't put everything on paper. So
that's
when
right.
the subject was mothers, I mean that stuff was already in me. I just hadn't written it down. I mean, and the joy is that right now we're having conversations that are vital and
Yes.
having moments like this podcast. This is a very important
Yes.
time. I love how we have dealt with this quarantine. It's made a lot of us check ourselves and recheck ourselves. And a lot of us who don't particularly, a lot of us who are not comfortable with ourselves, it's time to get comfortable with yourself and even discover that creative avenue that's going to make you enhance who you are. Like, I mean, I'm writing poetry. Of course, I like to cook and I'm painting. I've been painting for the last year. I'm going crazy. I'm no Black Van Gogh, but I've been getting some stuff done, and
Yes.
I've been appreciating it, and the idea of being able to just find another venue, another space
That's
to
right.
express yourself. That's salvation. That's salvation in a large way, and then to be able to have sisters like Ife, who has still got her hands on the plow. She's continuing to do work, and then Jessica, I know you're taking care of this. You don't realize the inspiration you give me. Like I talk to Sonia Sanchez at least once a month because she's my mentor and she's older and I've always looked up to Sonia and I just want to hear that female energy to ignite the female energy in me so I can keep my man in me on track. That's how that goes. You
That's
don't
right.
you don't men cannot really be men unless they respect the woman inside of them.
Say that. And if Sonia Sanchez is the woman beside you, then you a bad man because
Please.
that's a
Sonia,
bad sister.
Sonia Sanchez is just, we have conversations that are rich.
Yes.
She get she gives me knowledge. I mean, I know why when I was younger, I only wanted to date women that were older because I want the wisdom. You sisters got the wisdom. You can't punch a nigga in the mouth. You got to think. You got to do something else. You got to figure out how can I knock this sucker out
Okay.
without putting my hands on it. and y'all can knock a person out with a look. I mean, that's amazing. If I did something wrong and my mother saw me do it, she'd give me a look. She could be about a half a block away, but I could see her look, and I'm dead. I'm dead in the water, you know, because y'all have that kind of power. You know, like the African proverb says, "Man chases woman till she catches him." You're in charge the whole time, and a lot of men think they're in charge. You all make that decision. I told brother, I said, you've got X amount when a brother and a sister are getting together and they're doing the jambooji, and the brother has an orgasm, a whole bunch of sperm cells try to reach the egg. The egg says, "I'm only going to give entrance to one of y'all. I don't care how many of y'all chase me." And so y'all are in charge from day one. I respect that. And if you look at the world right now, if we don't respect the woman, this world's going to perish in a very bad way. Look what's happening politically. The sisters have changed the whole political paradigm in America. Stacey Abrams is at the top of the list, but the sisters are bad, making it clear if we get together and say you're going to be an elected official, you'll be an elected official. If we get together and say you're not, and you're not. We hold the key. And when I saw Germany have a female chancellor, prime minister, I said, this is crazy. Because Germany don't respect women. They don't even call their country the motherland. They call their country the fatherland. Come on. Merkel has been running Germany, and thank God she is, because Europe would have probably been gone by now. They messed up the finances and a lot of other stuff. She's kept some compassion in government and has helped some people survive. That's what mothers do. That's why a podcast like this is very important. That the only thing that can save the world right now is that matriarchal energy that the mothers have. Man can't do it. Man has had an opportunity and he's messed it up. He's been in the playpen too long. The sisters have got to wipe his stupid doodle off and clean up the mess, and let's have a good day. That can
Okay,
happen.
dude, we gotta hear some. We gotta hear some stuff from Jessica now.
Absolutely,
We
absolutely.
gotta, because her shit is fire. So let's get some fire from a sister, from a mother.
Okay. Yeah, and so I was thinking about what I wanted to read. I'm telling my son not to talk to me so I can actually do my poem. I wasn't gonna do I was gonna do something for my new book, but because we talked about motherhood.
What happened? You went mute.
Tell them to show up. Tell them to come on.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, King,
you want to be heard? Let's see you, King.
No, he wants to get sent to Harlem to spend some time with Abiodun. That's what he did. So I want to read this poem about trying to have a natural childbirth in a hospital in a place called Atlanta, Georgia. And I want to read this one. This is from my third book, God Is Not an American. And this is doing more Black press. Yeah, y'all go get this book. I got these books. You can get these at jessicacaremore.com. And so what are you going to call them is a poem that I wrote when people asked me my son's name. I said his name was King, and they kept on asking me what I was going to call him. So I wrote this for them. So what are you going to call him for my firstborn son, King? If you're going to push him out right here in the middle of the right-wing reign, despite the wars like wildfire and democracy never, if you're going to open your legs in the middle of minefields while bombs hidden inside free bowls of rice blow death winds crying out in the night, stealing our children with rhythmic breath and no drums for music since the integration experiment failed. If you're going to cry freedom, wear black in October and paint your mailbox red to keep the cul-de-sac alert, then why wouldn't you name him King? When you have spent the last decade in an undeclared state of war against 9-to-5s, slave labor, and begging for vacation time and kissing ass, why wouldn't you when 1 in 3 are headed to privatized prisons? Living past 30 is unique, unharmed, and without record is unheard of. You actually know his daddy. You had the nerve to be married to him. If you're going to raise him as something greater than what this country has promised, a survivor filled with the blood of royalty, a lion father and poet for mother, if you have the will to somehow still believe in Black love, get married in red and dance the slow jams in the middle of the day. If 4-year-old Israel, his older brother, calls his name during a libation ceremony the day before New Year's Eve. What do you suggest we do? Ignore the ancestors? What would make you feel more comfortable? Young white female nurse at Northside Hospital, working inside an institution that delivers the most babies in the country, who told me, we never heard of anything like that before, while removing my stitches. Who is this we? The committee of snotty nosed white girl nurses, or the pharmaceutical companies who make a living off our addictions to their legal drugs, over the counter promises, or the epidural doctors who get paid to play catch? My rosemary, echinacea, aloe, ancient natural healing remedies makes you nervous. You feel uneasy and unnecessary, Nurse Ruth. Why you want him sedated and sleepy? What's wrong with a black man born awake, proudly named? I know the nappy cornrow hair is misleading, but I'm not an uninformed 17-year-old girl unsure of who my baby daddy is. And suddenly I realize exactly where I am. My blackness lay flat against paper white sheets, my personal anesthesiologist waiting in the wings. So yes, you will read my signs we tape to the door of what not to do to my son. And if I need something to kill the pain, worse than your racism, you will address my husband, stop talking to me, and leave my room. This is said while gently applying pressure to her wrists. If you say you fight against imperialism and believe in economic freedom for the poor, if you tired of black men being raised without fathers, or by Americanized culture, inept mothers who teach their sons to love money, hate their fathers, only pray they make it to the NBA or NFL or become a famous rapper one day. If you're going to attempt to birth a nation of loud, beautiful motherfuckers who love themselves, love art, love music, love their women, their culture, their mothers, their family, each other, yes, even love his own name, King Thomas James Moore Poole, when people asked me what I was going to call you after I told them your name, I responded with this poem and this promise: it's what they won't ever call you that matters.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yes. And it's still on fire, baby. On fire. I love
you.
it. I love it.
Thank
Absolutely.
You. So that's why my mama's having to fight with these hospitals to have a baby the way you deserve to have a baby. If I could do it again, if I would have done it again, I would do it at home, you know, with the midwife. And I had midwives, but I had, unfortunately, when you have them, you can have midwives all day, but when you're inside that hospital, it's just a different energy that's happening.
And I understand the mortality rate of black women in hospitals is very high.
It's very high. And they rush us into C-sections.
They rush us into C-sections, and we need more black doulas.
They out here. Yeah. Shout out to the doulas. Shout out to my sisters who are doing the doula work. We need you. Yep. We need you here.
Are they still eating the placenta?
Who?
Of the black woman. I mean, that's what I heard, that's an issue. That folks would take the placenta of a black woman who just given birth and eat it.
I don't know of that.
I'm telling you, that's a known practice.
I know some people. I do know people who ask for their placenta. You can ask for it and take it home.
Pharaoh, my son Pharaoh, stopped the head nurse or an elderly nurse at the hospital where we had he had my last granddaughter, Egypt, because the lady came in to take the placenta, and Pharaoh said, "No, you're not. I got it.
You can take it home. Yeah, you can take it."
Pharaoh has a daughter named Egypt.
Of course. The KKK in Egypt.
Right. You got Kwame, Khalid, and Kari, and then Egypt.
Yeah.
It's about, you know what? Our whole
existence. King. We got to put King, just throw King in there.
And King, right. Our whole existence is reclaiming what is ours. These folks have never had an alphabet. They never had anything. When they got us on them ships and brought us here, they brought civilization to a heathen land. And that's the bottom line. I mean, that we've always, Fannie Lou Hamer and I had a personal conversation when I was at Shaw University. She had come to the school to speak. And she gave me the best breakdown of our relationship with white folks in this country. Because I was telling her, I said, I know you were trying to look out for those freedom fighters. They had a bunch of busloads of blacks and Jews going down there to try to help the voting rights case with the folks in Mississippi. And Fannie had a safe house. Her house was a safe house where they come and they stay with her. So just to have a conversation, I said, I guess you did a lot of cooking. She said, I didn't know cooking. My husband did the cooking, honey. I'm an organizer. My husband cooks, and he's good cook. And I said, wow. I said, the Klan bothers. She said, yeah, they come by and shoot up the house. And then they come by again, and I have my gun, I shoot back. I'm saying, she wasn't like Martin Luther King. She didn't believe in turning the other cheek. She fought back. So I'm saying, we got to exterminate these people. They mean us no good. They're never going to do right by us. She says, son, they're just children. They brought us here to raise them. What else could be said? What else could be said?
That is some
Wow.
profound shit right
They're
there.
just children. They
Wow.
brought us. And
Hmm.
look at the clown that we just had in office. If he
Hmm.
wasn't the biggest 74-year-old kid you've ever seen, you ain't seen a kid. A child. All he really wanted was attention. You gonna sit up there, you're supposed to be in bed with your mannequin wife and you tweeting. You got the tweeter going on. And you get a big thrill out of that. You're playing games. You can't this is the most fun game you've ever had in your life. This is a big, beautiful toy for you. He was
He up there
immature.
throwing temper tantrums.
When you're dealing with racism and all that, we're dealing with two things: some deep insecurity and some deep immaturity. Those are the basic roots of racism. How are you going to treat people who are kinder to you than you've been to yourself? How can you treat us bad? We have brought you nothing but love and joy. You want to be entertained, you better watch us play a sport or go hear us sing a song. You want to eat some good food, you better go see that black chef because you know he can burn. Anything you really want that's going to make your life a blessing, you got to come see us. And
Then
we'll
he
gladly give it to you.
and
We
he
don't,
blocking the people that maintain the golf courses and the hotels
you know what
from
I'm saying?
entering America.
Well, I
Let's
mean,
talk about that.
it started with. I mean, you got to talk about the genocide of the indigenous people. I mean, that the indigenous people teach them how to be civilized. Taught
Thank
them
you very much.
how to grow corn, and it was
There you
really
go.
the indigenous. This was the land wasn't. It belonged to indigenous people and the original people, African and indigenous people.
Turtle Island. That's right.
Come
That's
on.
right.
And so that was the first sign of what they were really about, when they came, what their intentions were, and those folks, those beautiful people came with peace and said, let me take care of your children. Let me show you how to be civilized and how to sit down
And
and eat.
how do they thank him, Jessica? With some blankets filled
Yeah.
with smallpox?
Smallpox and murdered, and
Right.
genocide.
And straight up murders. Straight up
Yeah.
murders.
Yeah.
We celebrate General George Armstrong Custer.
Yeah.
Custer caused all the tribes to get together just to get rid of him. Because
Yeah.
he was grandstanding on the fact that he was a great Indian killer.
Mm.
All the tribes, the Sioux, the Apache, all
Yeah.
of them got together and said, you know what? We got to get this cat out of here.
Mm. Mm.
And that's his story. No, we're still in the same situation, but we have a lot more knowledge about the past, which can take us into a better future.
Yeah.
That's the reason we study history, because otherwise we'll repeat it over and over again if we don't know. And I do believe that we're going to come out of this. Everybody is not going to survive. We know that. But when those of us who survive this particular moment, we're going to see a beautiful day because
Yeah.
they got us on all fronts. The injustice with the police and
Mm.
killing us just as a hobby to
Mm.
the virus and everything else. And yes, we got Biden is trying to say the right thing. He's trying to show some signs of being a human being. And Kamala, I mean, it's a nice effort. But Trump has got his claws into America. He's allowed the demons
Mm.
to come out, and they're
Mm.
out. They're not going to go back in real quick. They're going to
Mm.
be here for a minute. And the only thing that can stop a devil is a God. The God in us has got to come forth and be.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't advertise. We don't need to be in no parade. We just need to do everything that we can do within the confines of where we are.
Yeah.
Nothing can harm us. We have been blessed. Our ancestors can see and they will support everything we
That's
do.
right.
And all we got to do is just like when Jessica went up on that stage, like she said, she didn't have no presupposition about what's going to happen. She didn't even think she could win.
Yeah.
Ella Fitzgerald got booed 3 times going on the stage in Apollo because she didn't come
Crazy.
right. She went on stage and she tried to tap dance because tap dancing was what was happening back in the day. But
Mm.
Ella wasn't as good as she thought she was. She got booed off the stage 3 times. The custodian told her, I heard you singing. I think you'd do better if you tried to sing. And as we know, the rest is history. She didn't even
Wow.
know she didn't even know she could sing like that. I don't
Wow.
know. I don't know if Jessica knew she could galvanize an audience the way she did, but she went on
Mm.
there sincere. The
Yeah.
Gave
whole idea of
the
life.
Detroit blockbuster. Like Detroit is blacker than a black, 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 black.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's why
Okay.
Gil had that poem. We almost lost Detroit this time.
Yeah,
Detroit is a pivotal place. First of all, a lot of our souls have exercised our imaginations in Detroit with
that's fact.
Motown.
Come on
Just look,
now.
Motown is if that's not, and that's not just a root for us, but
Yeah,
every white person born during that time
yeah.
knows the same songs we know.
Listen, I mean, I live in the neighborhood where Aretha lived up the street. Smokey Robinson lived up the street. Now that's
You
where I
know,
live. Joe Lewis lived on my same block.
there
He
you
lived
go.
right here on my block. And so, you know, like Black excellence has been a part of my upbringing. Like it was just in my DNA. It was something that wasn't taught to me. It was just a part of what it was being from
Right.
the city. So when I moved to New York, it was very much a very different kind of a place because I'm used to seeing Black police officers, Black mayor. I had Coleman A. Young for 20 years, cussing out everything under the sun. I mean, he was our daddy. He was like the mayor that was everybody's daddy, was Coleman Young. And so that's the only mayor I knew. When I moved to New York, I was 22. Coleman Young was mayor for 20 years.
Yep.
I didn't know nothing else. So all I
Right.
knew was Black institution and a Black male mayor that would cuss out all the media. And he desegregated the fire departments and made people, if you were policing in Detroit, you had to live in
We're
Detroit.
coming. We're coming back to that now, baby. We're coming
Yeah.
back to that
Yeah.
because a lot of folks want
It's
to look.
slow.
A lot of folks want to look at this like the rebirth of the '60s. This is more like the rebirth of Reconstruction.
Come
This
on.
is this is a whole new Reconstruction taking place, and we need to recognize it because we got sisters and brothers who are going to take political power. And you see, the sad part about it is you got some diehard folks that just can't stand it because they see the tides turning. They
No,
know
they
what's happening.
scared. Yeah, man. You know, the spiritual war is the real one. That's the
It's a
one that.
very real war. It's a very real war. And the thing about it is that my spirit was not designed to bring you grief. I'm here to
Mm,
uplift my soul and to
yeah.
help those that need uplifting. I'm not here to hurt you. Now,
Well, what they know, yeah. Once they say the thing is, they don't know when you save Black lives, you save all lives. Like,
exactly.
like that's what it is. You save Black women, you save the planet. Like that's
First of
it.
all, when you got to understand what black is not a color. It's not.
No,
It's not. It is the basis of all colors. So if I say black, I'm talking about purple, orange, white, green, yellow.
that's right.
Everything is encompassed in
Yeah.
black. Black is the mother. It's the source from which everything comes.
Come on.
Folks
Black
need to get a grip.
women are the basis for everything. Black
There wouldn't
Lives Matter.
America wouldn't be in here.
Everybody.
Wouldn't be no
Everybody.
America. You take the black woman out of off the equation, and you got nothing.
Yeah.
They're to take care of the white man, take care of the white woman, take care of the white babies, take care of the black man, take care of the black babies, take care. I mean, I've already put in my request.
You
I've
put in one more
told
thing, I'm gonna get tired now. I'm tired.
I told
Do
my I
I
told the
want you
guy.
to do another poem, babe. Do another poem. You got. I
Okay.
know you got another one for your mama.
Yeah. Let me give me a moment. Let me look it up on my computer.
Give you a moment, Jessica. I know you got something else because we got to you poets. We got to hear the poetry from the poets.
Yeah,
And
we get to
listen,
talk
I
and
want
don't stop.
everybody. Hey, we want our bodies back. Come
Go get
on
this book.
now.
I need this
Come
book
on,
to be
y'all.
like, yeah, let's send it into another printing. You know, that's what we need to happen. So
Into
tell
another
everybody.
printing.
Yeah, it's
Come
this
on
book is
now.
for us. It's an important book. So I
Jessica,
can.
while doing is looking, come on with something else, baby.
Okay, this is called "Where Are the People." Since we talking about my city, and it's I have a poetry film that just came out. If you go to my YouTube page, just look for Jessica Kim Moore, and it's there. But it's called "Where Are the People," and it's about global colonization. It's about gentrification. And I bought a pizza in what was called the Cass Corridor at a new pizza place, and they put pepperoni on the pizza. We don't eat pork, so we couldn't eat it. We spent, me and my son drove around for about a half hour trying to find someone to feed. And this is a neighborhood where when I was there at Wayne State University as an undergraduate student, you could find someone to give some food to. You could find someone to give some food to just 5 years ago. So this is called "Where Are the People?" Where are the one-way tickets? Who signed the death certificates? Where are the magicians, the madmen, the toothless, the smoothless, the poets, the corner store prophets, the bus stop historians, the traffic stoppers? Where are the people? Where are the blues? On the which pile of gravel? Where are they buried? Hurricane Cass Corridor, Hurricane Cass Corridor. Where is the soil, the soul, the socks, the soles, the shoes? Where is the heroin? Where are the pills? Where are the women? Where are the thrills? Where is Cass Corridor? My student asked. Is it a building? Is it this way? Is it that way? Your school is sitting in it. I answer, you is it. The dogs are walking the people. The dogs have parks. The parks don't have children. Where are the people that stepped over the forgotten Holocaust, the fragile, the beautiful, the fast talkers, the backward walkers, the 3 a.m. stalkers? Where did they take them? When will they return? Where is the money? Where is the balance? Where are the schools? Where are the people? We all got Wi-Fi. Nobody getting high outside. Where are the beds? Where is their heads? Where are the recognizable street signs? Where is Joe Louis? Where are the black people? My white neighbor asked me, Jessica, where are the black people? Where are the chosen people? Where are our hearts, our guitars, our bass players, Kenny Mack, Anthony Tolson, rest in peace? Where are the anointed, the children of God? Where is the sage, the holy water? Where is the black imagination located? How much it costs per square foot to rent there? Is there a rent your own black imagination option? Where are the couples fighting in the alleys? Where are the purple flavored dog, Mad Dog 2020 labels? Where are the needles? Where is the good time? Where did all these goddamn bike lanes come from? Where is the line to simply exist? Where is the painted line to live, to breathe? Where are the parks with swings? Where are the children supposed to live? Where are the children supposed to run? Where are the twilight teasers, the moonlight mythology makers? Where are our military vets that are mentally ill? Where are the people? Where are the people? Where are the people? San Francisco, Oakland, Harlem, Detroit, Chicago. Do you know? Do you know, huh? Have you seen them? Do they all die so New Detroit could live? Do they all die so New Harlem could live? Do they all die so New Chicago could live? Where is your conscience? Where is this nonsense coming from? Where is humanity? Where are the people? The one-way tickets, the message is still in the bottle. Where are the indigenous? Where are the salt mines? Where are the people? Where are the people? Where are the people? Where are the people when you find them? Please tell them I have an overpriced, gentrified cheese and pork pizza with their names on it. Tell them I'm writing for them so they won't disappear without a fight.
Woo! Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes. Baby, your pit is still burning up.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, and while I was searching, I saw a piece I'd done called Black Woman. I think would even be more appropriate. And let me just share that with y'all.
Okay.
She be the guardian of the living, the spine of Mother Nature, the comfort of humanity, the tireless worker, providing a home for love to live. No one could do it better. Since the beginning of time, she gave birth to dawn, spun her web, inspired a world of music. To watch her walk is to see her dance. There is a rhythm in each step. There is an affair between time and space. She be the breath of life, breastfeeding the children of the world, holding on to the hand of her sister Faith, who never leaves her side. She be God's angel. Some say she be God herself. Even he must bow to her presence, adorn her with wealth. She be the uncut diamond many want to possess. She is free, refuses to be a captive. Even when she is enchained, she has the power and the magic to turn her chains into bracelets and earrings, prison into paradise. She be the hidden figures to make numbers humble, to serve her every wish. She be the rainbow after the rain, to stroke colors across the sky, to offer a bouquet of love for everything to be appreciated. She be all the joy we'll ever know in full view. Pecan tan, cinnamon brown, dark chocolate, vanilla cream, brown sugar, always with the cherry on top. She be collard greens, cornbread, sweet potato pie, a taste for your soul, nourishment for your body. Her voice is a song everyone can feel. She be the soft summer breeze, the whispers in the wind, sometimes a tornado when she's upset with the way things are. She be the black woman, mother of mothers, daughter of daughters, healer of healers, keeper of the culture, not a mockery of man masquerading on the corner. She be the womb of humanity. No one would be here without her.
All right, June. All right. Thank you. So we are winding down. You know what, y'all? I appreciate y'all showing up today.
I got a whole barbecue happening in my backyard.
You got a whole barbecue happening in the backyard. You got to get to it.
It's 80. No, I'm good. It was 80 degrees.
Because it's 80 degrees after this winter. Come on now. And after COVID.
And tomorrow is not going to be. So, you know, Detroit, we look like the lotto numbers with the weather. Okay.
People trying to be on fire. So,
little vegan
I would like us to end our last 5 minutes with the pledge. Dude, what would we be without the pledge?
Okay.
Baby.
All right. Well, you know the last words. Free, grow, misery, down, true. Anyway, I'll just do it. I want to be what I can be, to be proud, healthy, and free.
Free.
Want to say what I know to help my brothers and sisters.
Grow.
I want to feel good about me and blame no one for my
Misery.
I'll be strong, turn it around. I want to go up. I'm not going.
Down.
I want to do what I can do to make all my dreams come.
True.
Remember my past, the good and bad, how I made it hard, even when it was.
Bad.
I want to share whatever my gift. And when you're feeling low, I'll give you.
A lift.
I want to live without fear. I know that I'm blessed for being.
Here.
Know that you're blessed for being.
Here.
Know that we're blessed for being.
Here.
Know that we are blessed.
I did that with some babies, and I did the pleasure. I got to get the video for you with a school in California, LA this year.
I know they loved it. It worked so well. Ife, I want to thank you for having this podcast. Jessica, it's always a pleasure seeing you. You know that, baby.
You look so good, dude.
I feel great. And I got to thank Mr. Oba because he made it possible because I don't have a laptop. Oh, Oba, come and show your face. Say hello to the people.
I can't get my 14-year-old to come on camera. He don't think his hair look right. You know, he's just funny acting. What up, Oba?
Hi, Oba.
I miss y'all. I'm coming to New York. I'll be there in May. So I'll be there in June. I'm coming.
Okay.
I'll be there for Juneteenth weekend.
Okay.
I'm coming.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Y'all. Sign out. I thank you. I'll close up. Jessica, get to your people.
It's fine.
I wish I was in the cookout. Listen, sis, when you come to the East Coast, we got to hook up. I will be at Dune's house.
Okay.
And if I ever get out to Detroit again, I want to come to cookout too. I'll bring something.
I didn't bring. They all brought it. I didn't have to do anything, but had a charcoal. I'm good. So yeah.
I appreciate both of you and your talent and your skills and people. JessicaCareMore.com.
Yep. And they go to Instagram. I'm on Instagram at Jessica Care More. Facebook. It's just my name on everything. Twitter. All that good. I like Instagram the best. I don't really like Facebook too much. So yeah.
Listen, and Abiodun, as always, my brother. I love you, love you, love you.
I love you too, baby. Thank you so much. And give my love to the Raven one.
I will.
Okay.
Y'all stay blessed. I'll see you soon.
Okay, now. Peace.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.